What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to go over the Season 1 Battle Pass and some new marketing information that Treyarch just dropped. So if you do find the video informative or helpful at any point, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Also, just a big reminder, the last video went over the entire Season 1 roadmap. So if you missed that video and you want to know more about the Season 1 update, all the multiplayer maps that are going to come in, the crossovers, the details, the weapons, and all of that good stuff, I'll have that video linked down in the description. Highly recommend you check it out because there's a lot of information that's already been revealed for the Season 1 update. Now, jumping into it, Treyarch ended up tweeting out today, so it looks like the official multiplayer marketing they started today. The entirety of last week was dedicated towards zombies, and then they ended it off with the cinematic trailer. So now it looks like Treyarch is moving on to multiplayer, because here's what they ended up tweeting. They said, "We're eating good in Season 1," and then provided some images of some game modes. Now, the first tweet they posted had 4 different icons. A lot of them were pretty obvious. So the first one is Sticks and Stones. We talked about that yesterday, as well as Prop Hunt. That was the second one. The third one looks like it's Gun Game. And then the last one, many people are stumped on. Some people are saying this could potentially be Global Thermonuclear War that could potentially be returning. And from my understanding, this was an Infinity Ward mode. So it was available in OG, MW2, and 3. And basically, it'd be like a nuke active in the middle, and then you'd have to go and secure it, and then it'd be on your side, and then it'd have a countdown, and people would go back and forth trying to capture and secure that nuke. And then once it goes off, everyone in the lobby is pretty much killed. So that's the current theory for that, but no official confirmations because they're just showing us images. So if you have an idea on what this mode could be, comment it down below. Could be something all original. Then they also replied with another tweet showcasing another 4. They said real good, and then they have another 4 icons. Some of them you can see it's like a snowball, so it's like a party game mode, maybe snowball gunfight or something along those lines. And then you also have one throwing up some dice. There's also one with different weapons and things like that. There's one that looks like it's like one in the chamber, something along those lines. And these are the party modes on top of the regular modes. So it looks like multiplayer will have 8 different modes that will be available throughout the Season 1 update. Before we continue, a quick word from our sponsor, Mitch Cactus. It's one of the biggest and most reliable names in Call of Duty that can help you complete the Mastery Camo grind, unlock the Weapon Prestige camos, and they even offer exclusive DLC content such as the Muller Milk Operator, Monster Energy rewards, and much more. And they also have over 20,000 verified reviews on Trustpilot, so you know that it's 100% safe and legit. Be sure to use code Chidzo for 5% off, and on top of that, they have a current Black Friday sale where you can earn up to 60% off for a limited time only. So now let's jump on to the main topic for today, and that is the Season 1 Battle Pass. So with Season 1 expected to launch on December 4th, there will be a brand new Battle Pass. We're expecting the price to be exactly the same, so 1,100 COD points, and then there's also gonna most likely be Blackcell, which has been confirmed through the Vault Edition. So for any of you guys who own the Vault Edition, the Season 1 Battle Pass is gonna be fully included, and you get the Blackcell version of it, and you're probably gonna get some token tier skips. You're gonna get 1,100 COD points, the Blackcell main operator, the finishing move. Usually they have like clan tags and things like that. They may add some new things to Blackcell with Black Ops 7, so we'll see what that brings us. But for those of you guys who don't have the Vault Edition, the Battle Pass is going to come in 3 ways. You have the Standard Edition, 1,100 COD points, the Battle Pass Bundle, which will be 2,400 COD points, so usually include some tier skips in there, and then you have the Blackcell version, which is $29.99. Now, if you're debating, if you see the Season 1 Battle Pass, you're like, wait, I have to get Blackcell, I would highly recommend that you get the Vault Edition instead, because that is the same exact price as Blackcell, and on top of it, you're going to get the Harper Operator skin, Karma, Reaper, Ted, there's the Weapon Blueprint pack you're going to get, a permanent unlock token you're going to get, a Gobblegum pack, so it's like a much better deal to get the Vault Edition, which is the same exact price as Blackcell, so I'm really hoping I don't see Blackcell as like the #1 sold thing in the Steam shop, because that would be crazy. You just missed out on so much free operators and skins that you could have got for that same price. So now that we've talked about the actual Battle Pass price, let's talk about the theme of the Battle Pass. Now, it's going to almost 100% be a campaign-themed Battle Pass. That's usually how every single more recent Call of Duty title has been. The first few seasons are always dedicated to the campaign. Black Ops 6, the entire thing except Haunting, was dedicated to the campaign and extending the storyline. So that's probably what they're going to do with BO7. And so that means that whatever followed the storyline through the campaign, I don't really want to try to spoil too much much for you guys, but at the same time, I sort of have to talk about campaign if that's the theme of this battle pass. So the ending of campaign, it sort of expanded us into endgame, and after defeating the endgame boss, there's additional cinematics that play. So I believe the season 1 cinematic is gonna follow through the end of endgame and then go through and jump us into the season 1 update. Now you're probably wondering, all right, if it is campaign themed, then what possible operators are we gonna get? Because the majority of operators that we've seen and played as in the campaign are already available in multiplayer. So all of JSOC, you then also have Kagan, she's like the main antagonist throughout the storyline, and so you're like, okay, who are we gonna get? Well, this is where the leaks start coming into play, because Reality UK posted this. He said all Black Ops 7 unreleased operator code names. So here's what their names are. We have Iris USA, Peony, sorry if I said that wrong, USA, Sunflower USA, Tulip USA, Voss USA, and then Yellow Ethiopia. Now, most times from these code names, they don't really give us much, and we still have to guess like who could possibly be Tulip or Sunflower. So here's what I believe these code names are. First off, we have a big crossover that was leaked with Fallout, and I believe that there's going to be an actual set of operators, not like the one we got in MW3 where it's like task force members dressed up as vault dwellers, but it's going to be actual characters from the show. Now, if that is true, then it looks like 4 of those operators are going to be Fallout crossovers. And the reason why I say 4 is because when you take a look here at the names, you have Iris, Peony, Sunflower, and Tulip. All 4 of these are types of flowers. So more than likely, because they're theming them around the same thing, they're coming together. So all 4 of these are probably going to be the operators that you get from the crossover. Maybe like 2 of them are going to be available through the event pass, and then the other 2 will be available in store bundles. And then that leaves us off with 2. You have Voss, and then you have Yellow, which is Ethiopia. And we don't have any campaign operators or anything like that coming in from Ethiopia, from my understanding. So what I can say is this is more than likely maybe the Blackcell operator that we get. Usually Blackcell is a brand new operator, and it's not like a skin variant. So they do have their own code names, and I believe that Yellow may end up being Blackcell. So that will leave us off with 1, and that is Voss USA. Now, surprisingly, we've seen Voss already, and some of you guys may not have connected this together, but now when you go into Call of Duty's voice actors in the list, there's a man here named Roger Craig Smith that voices Voss in Call of Duty. Now, at the time, there's no operator named Voss. There's like no one at all. I searched it up, and not a single photo of a person pops up when you look for the word or the name Voss, right? But they're actually in the game, and once again, I'm telling you, it's the guild announcer, because when you jump into the training arena with subtitles on, it's Voss giving you instructions. It literally says at the bottom, Voss, and then they're talking, and it's the same person that is like on the side of the guild that's like, oh, Miss Kagan will not be happy with your performance today. You guys have probably heard the guild announcements. Now, it gets even deeper than that, because there's currently someone in Call of Duty right now that doesn't have a voice actor labeled for them, and that is Alden Dorne. Now, the only time you hear him or you see him is in the campaign, and there's some cinematics. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and roll a clip so you can literally listen to his voice and see the comparison between that and then the guild multiplayer audio.
We have a problem.
Excuse me.
Chris.
One moment. Picked them up entering restricted airspace over Sector 4. Do you think they know?
No chance.
Here at the Guild, we demand excellence from our employees.
Now, if you don't know about the campaign storyline, Alden Dorne is now going to be the one taking over the guild. He's going to be the CEO now, because Emma Kagan was captured in the storyline, and he is now the one who's basically the main enemy towards JSOC. He's going to continue the story. He's going to continue what Emma Kagan was trying to do and failed at. And basically, you could think of him as like one of the new antagonists that's going to pop up through the post story, say like Stitch, for example. So something along those lines. And now the reason that I say that Alden Dorne is basically Voss, and I guess Voss is his code name, is because not only do they sound the same, but Alden Dorne doesn't have a voice actor, and it's the fact that he is definitely a main key person. They've mentioned him numerous times in the story, so I personally think he's going to be a part of the Season 1 Battle Pass as the main operator and character that you will be able to play. And on top of this, we have another leak of images that come in from COD Warfare. He pretty much extracted images of operator icons, and Alden Dorne is one of them, even though he's not a playable operator. So this is what his player icon looks like. And then there was also a couple of others that he did showcase, but I don't think they're going to be coming in this update. These are all characters that also did appear within the storyline. So for example, Raul Menendez, obviously I really want to see him as like the main operator in the battle pass as well, but because the code names, he's from Nicaragua, there's like no indication that there's an operator from there, from the code names and the country that they're labeled from. So I don't think he's going to be in this season's battle pass. He may come in the future. And then there's also Alex Mason. There was an icon for him. Both of these appeared in the campaign. And then there's also a couple of others where you go through and then you see original campaign characters. For example, Harper. He's currently only available through the Vault Edition. So this version of his skin is not available in the game right now, and that could potentially be in the battle pass. I didn't see one for Karma, but she's also in the same boat, only available in the Vault Edition, so there might be a skin variation of her that's going to come in, and then that will be something that you'll be able to use. So there's going to be a lot of skin variants of existing operators as they usually do with battle passes, but in terms of new characters, Voss or Alden Dorne is more than likely going to be the one that we get based on the leaks that I've seen so far. But what are your thoughts? Is this someone that you want to see this early into the season? I feel like it would be a little bit better to build his story up a little bit more and then introduce him later on once people have some hype towards him and they get excited and they want to know more about him. But right now it's like pretty early on, in my opinion. I hope that maybe we still see like Raul Menendez or maybe Alex Mason or something along those lines, because now it's very possible to bring them as the main operators because of like the whole gas and all of that effect that went through the storyline and the campaign. But what are your thoughts on this battle pass and the information that we have so far? This next upcoming week, we're gonna get a full reveal. I believe like the key artwork is gonna get revealed very early, like either tomorrow or after tomorrow, so we'll know who the main face of the battle pass is gonna be. But just based on the theories, my guess is it's gonna be Alden Dorne. Let me know down below who you think it is based on the code names that we have and the information we got so far. But it's been your boy Chidzo, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.